This is a little video of my GeoPilot 2 AvMap GPS that I have in my helicycle. It measures like 5.5 inches wide, 3 3/4 inches tall, and of course it could go in any gyro helicopter. I just love the features of it. I probably only use about 10% of it. So I'll just quickly run through you some of the stuff that I use. Right here, of course, is the zoomed out of the United States. That little helicopter icon is where I live in Paxton, Illinois. We can go up here and zoom in on the plus key. Each click zooms her in. Now we're in Illinois, and we're getting a little closer. Right there, of course, is my helicopter base. 1C1 is Paxton, Illinois. All those red lines are my traces from previous flights. In fact, we can zoom in on them while we're talking about it here. The closer I get, it starts looking like an Etch-a-Sketch. I can erase these things. I can have them, the trails back to us, I don't know, so many bytes of information, or I can make them delete themselves real quick. But what's kind of interesting here, this is zooming in around this helicopter is right at my stair shop, and all these circles, you can kind of see them coming in like a vortex here. Well, that's my chopper channel. So every one of my flights, all these curly cues is where I crazily fly. I fly on a whim. I don't know where I'm going. I just take off and circle if I see a deer, whatever. But let's zoom in a little more. You can move a picture up here a little bit, and there's in fact those little lines there, those straight lines, are actually where I pull it out to taxi. I pull it out with my transport wheels, and all these solid red lines are going out my chopper channel. Now I'll zoom back out, and you can see. Let's see what's going on a recent flight here down south. I went, move this cursor down here. There's class, if you notice here, this is Class C airspace around Champaign, Illinois. This is the 5-mile ring. Notice how I circumvented it. Instead of, I don't have a transponder, so I would had to have gotten radio permission to go through it. I'm kind of a independent farm boy type. I don't like permission to fly, so I skirted the edges. Notice how close I just used my GPS. I stayed right there, and this is actually my flight down to the Amish country, which is right there. And that was an interesting story that I had with those people. But let's just zoom in here right around Champaign. So I move that cursor, now I can zoom in. Let's just see how close I came to it. Right there's the red line, the red circle, do not cross. That's 5 miles. Any entering that part of the wedding cake of the Class C airspace requires radio communication and a transponder. I have the radio. I didn't have the transponder. I could have radioed and asked for permission to fly, but it's easier just for me to just go around it. Now let's just say I want to fly like last summer. I went to Mentone. We'll zoom out on the map. There's different ways of going it. You can find all the airports. They're updated here. I'll zoom in here roughly where it's at. C92 is what we're looking for. There it is. I can enter C92, but here it is. I'm moving the cursor. There, now the information comes up, Mentone, elevation 869. Now if I want to go to that, all I got to do is hit the go to button. This is like right when I take off, I hit go to cursor, say OK, boom, there snaps a line right to Mentone. It says it's a bearing of 68 degrees, 119 miles. So, and there's the path you follow, and it leads you right back to my little helicopter icon right there. So now when I'm flying, I can follow that. The screen will automatically zoom in or out, no matter how you program it. I can also go to, let's see, HSI screen. We'll go enter. There. Now this screen, this arrow here, the red dot with the circles around it, that's the destination at Mentone. That green arrow is the heading. You want to line everything up when you're flying, which I can't right now because I'm not moving. This red line here is, this over here is 2 miles one way, 2 miles left. So that red line is your path, and right now I'm on track. So if you're flying and it starts deviating a little bit, you know, you can correct it and come right back on track. This will read out estimated time to get there, and of course as you change speed, that the computer constantly calculates it. This shows your ground speed and your altitude, and it'll also give you the distance to, and that will be counting down, plus your ground track here. So it's just a very valuable information here. This red bar here shows your altitude variance. So if you're say flying at say 1,500 feet and you just want to stay at 1,500 feet, well, that'll track that in the altitude part. Now you can just go escape here. Go back again. Now I had well, my path has since been erased to Mentone. I was going to show you that I was very anal about staying on the line. I told my wife when I fly, I go like when I have a cross country, I fly like a snap string, and I try to stay within a quarter mile of that line in case they ever had to come looking for me. They wouldn't have to search the whole state 50 miles either side of the line. It's stay within a quarter mile, and I should be there. Hopefully, I'll be calling though. There's some other features here. There's just so many things you can go. You can zoom in on all the markers here. There are different airports. You can also, up here's the latitude, longitude. You can, like if you want to go to a friend's house, which I've done many times, I'll get their latitude and longitude off their address, or I've got a topographical map of each state, well, Illinois, Indiana, around my area. I can locate them, enter the coordinates up here, go to, I'll set the cursor here to the coordinates up here as this moves up, and you can get real accurate. I mean, you can zoom in here where you're just moving this thing in just feet, and you can pinpoint it on the map and then hit go to, and just like go to, this time I would go to cursor. I'd screen it down. Okay. Now it's asking me, are you changing destination, because I'm set to go to Mentone right now. Hit enter to confirm. Boom. So right there is the new destination, and I just arbitrarily entered there. And it's I don't know where I picked. I picked a point that was 48.5 miles away, just out in the air there. But anyway, let's pretend that's where I was going. So this again would, okay, it shows 60 degrees to it. Ground speed is 0 right now. Of course, it would count down. But this thing has got so much data in it, it's too long to even start going into on a video here. But this thing is just packed with so much information. But it's got everything I need for the little travels I do. So, and when you go to shut her down, you just hold this button here, and down it goes, off it goes, and that's your brief GPS demonstration of this AvMap GeoPilot 2. Thank you.